Hi, Junior with today's thought, and today's thought is going to be about what I put in the title, the wages of having a weak president. And those wages are, I'm sure you've noticed, hundreds, literally hundreds of attacks on Americans, predominantly in the Red Sea and in Iraq by various proxies of Iran. Now, it looks like it took literally hundreds of attacks on Americans to get this weak president to notice, though I'm sure others in his administration have noticed. But we've had, so far, all we're doing little kind of pinprick retaliations in Iraq, and not on Iran, who is sponsoring all these attacks on us, but just in Iraq, just little pinprick attacks, and in the Red Sea, attacks on American military vessels, and all we've been doing is just shooting down drones. And if that's all we do, shoot down drones, sooner or later one of them is going to get through, and one or more Americans are going to get killed. And maybe then we would do something about it. But right now we're not really. This is what we're doing about it, and why I'm doing this vlog today on this particular subject. Lloyd Austin, the Secretary of Defense, he said there was an article that we're now talking about what to do about the Houthis, and Lloyd Austin, the news is that he's convening, or he's talking to our international partners to apparently discuss what to do and put together some kind of coalition, which is total nonsense. Total nonsense. Let's be honest. The preeminent military power in the United States is the United States. What the heck are France and England going to do? Maybe England could contribute, but our ships are being attacked. I can never understand this. Democrats, this has been a problem with with Republican presidents too, dealing with Saddam Hussein. This obsession with putting together international coalitions and going to the United Nations, which, in my opinion, this will be a subject for another day, probably, that we should leave. We should leave the United Nations. They are totally useless, anti-American, frankly, anti-American and anti-Semitic organization, predominantly. But as usual, I'm starting to get on another track, so let's get back onto the right track, or the right sea lane, since we're talking about the Red Sea. We are the United States of America. We don't have to consult with anybody. We don't need. The only reason for an international coalition, let's say France or England, if they were attacked, would want one, because they may not have the power to deal with the issue, with the problem, the attack themselves. But we do, and this has been shown over and over again in the Middle East. When we put together these coalitions, we get lip service from the other powers, but we end up doing 99.9999999% of the fighting. It's always we are the ones doing it. So why? I don't understand. We have this weak president who refuses. He's timid. He doesn't want to escalate hostility, so he will not attack the Houthis. So far, I'll be happy to be proven wrong. In Yemen, I would say that if we did, let's just say $1 billion of damage to the Houthis, to the areas that the Houthis control, do $1 billion there of damage, and I think they would think twice about sending another drone that gets shot down anyways. And if not, then we'll just destroy another $1 billion. Ditto for Iran. We don't, if we attack, there's this idea of the, this president is still obsessed with, or the Obama holdovers who are controlling the president, who are actually running the country. Let's be frank about that. The Obama people are still obsessed with fulfilling Obama's dream of making, basically of replacing Israel with Iran as the predominant power in the Middle East. Let's be honest about that too. That's what they really want, the progressive idiots that are controlling this president. But the nuclear facilities are underground, but we can still attack them. We have bunker busters, and actually you don't have to destroy the facility, you destroy the entrances, and then you trap a lot of people who inside who can't get out, number one, and you prevent outsiders, you prevent access to the nuclear facilities. But aside from that, the Iran, the Revolutionary Guard, they have lots of bases and facilities that are above ground that are easily attacked. And then we have Iran is totally dependent on oil sales that they're not supposed to be doing, by the way. We're supposed to have sanctions, but again, this weak president looking the other way, and they were practically bankrupt. They were selling about 500,000. They, on the black market, a few 100,000 barrels a day of oil, not nearly enough under the Trump administration. Now they're doing millions and millions of barrels a day with Biden, and we know where the money is going. It's going into attacks on, proxies that are attacking Israel and Hamas, but also proxies who are attacking us, who have attacked us hundreds of times. And this president and we have China buying oil from Iran, and they're not supposed to be doing that either. So the very simple solution, the oil facilities are above ground, and oil facilities are easily destroyed. So I would just give an ultimatum, publicly or private. I'll let the eggheads at the Pentagon and the State Department decide that. But tell a clear message to the Iranians that if you do not stop attacking us, stop funding your proxies, and stop selling oil, then we will begin destroying your oil infrastructure, or maybe say 5% at a time until you stop, assuming that's technically possible. If not, if there's no way to destroy less than the whole thing, then we'll say, okay, we'll have to destroy the whole thing. And we can start with there's an island, Karg Island, which is the main shipping point for when they ship out their oil, and I believe they refine it there too. But what they do, it's very important to them. We could destroy that island and the facilities on that island. That would be a very clear message, and the Iranians cannot do anything about it. That is a point, except more of these attacks by proxies, and if they do that, we'll just destroy some more. But you need a strong president for that, or start assassinating people. Iran, they were pretty feisty under Trump until Trump assassinated one of their most important leaders, Soleimani. Trump assassinated Soleimani, and the Iranians understood that Trump meant business, and things calmed down a whole lot. And there was a token reprisal by the Iranians. They fired a one rocket somewhere that didn't hurt anybody, didn't land anywhere to hurt anybody. So the idea is that when you have a strong president, that those are the wages of a strong president. We are now unfortunately being cursed to endure the wages of a weak president. That's my thought for today. Thanks for stopping by. If you could subscribe, that would really be great. Share this video with anyone you think would benefit from it. But most of all, come back and see me again. I would love to see all of you again. And until I do see all of you again, bye.